Hey, beautiful. Welcome back to Meant to Bloom podcast, where we talk real life motherhood struggles and simple steps to a brighter, more abundant perspective. You can be a happy mom, and I'm here to walk with you on this journey to the life you're meant to be living, full of peace, joy, and love. I'm your host, Brittany Clarkson, and we are Meant to Bloom. Today, before we jump into our episode, I need to let you know I am participating once again in the Alicia Cohen Designs uh, Ultimate Level Up Your Mom Life giveaway. There are 40 different prize packs with over $1,000 worth of rewards inside each of them. Okay, and these giveaway prizes include one-on-one coaching sessions, courses, ebooks, printables, workshops, memberships, workbooks, and so much more in areas such as planning, productivity, goal setting, nutrition, fitness, wellness, entrepreneurship, homeschooling, style, pets, home management, and so much more. I am just dying for these giveaway winners to be announced, which will be happening on Friday evening, 11:45 Eastern time. And yep, again, there's 40 winners. All you have to do is sign up. Click the link in my description for the Ultimate Level Up Your Mom Life giveaway, and you're entered to win. Also, check out, there's a ton of freebies you can walk away with, like instant downloads right now today, copy and paste your email address, and every single contributing creator or author who's in this has a freebie in there for you to go ahead and just download right now today and have it. I have included my free phone wallpapers, so it's a 10 wallpaper set for your phone wallpaper that are all inspirational and aesthetic and beautiful and just highly motivational. If you like my vibe, you're going to like these. And also for the winning prizes, I have given to some of these prize packs enrollment into my Love Your Home course, which is one of the biggest things I've ever included in a giveaway before. Usually I include like the Happy Mom Brain printable, like the ebook version. But here I'm including enrollment into the Love Your Home course, which focuses on your gratitude and perspective in your home and how you show up in your home more than, teaching you how to clean it so that you like it. It's teaching you how to like it so you want to clean it. But that being said, let's jump into what we're really here to talk about. Again, that giveaway is going to be closing on Friday, 11:45 p.m. Eastern. Sorry, kids interrupted and left the door open. Okay. Have I ever told you that I am not striving to be a professional anymore? I've very much given up on the professional businesswoman dream and have so shifted recently. I'm working on the shift still into really prioritizing my homemaking, homesteading, motherhood, wife, marriage, all of this myself again. I got really hyper-focused and laser-focused on trying to grow a business and realized that the more important parts of my life were starting to suffer. My husband came home really burnt out from work a few weeks ago. And I just thought, it hit me that we are both burning the wick at both ends. We're both totally burnt out. And it doesn't make sense for us both to be burning ourselves out to try to be the big breadwinner of the family when we know how to survive on one income. We've been doing that for the past, 6 years. So I gave up that pursuit for, growing the wealth, I guess, for growing the mental health and the family health of, my family and myself. So that's where I'm at right now. So I'm sorry if I'm cutting corners professionally, but also I'm not sorry. My mental health is important. My family health is important. And with the things that I'm sharing on this podcast, the purpose of what built my business, the whole reason I'm here sharing what I share with you, the mental health, the de-stress, the, let it be easy. My message was turning me into a hypocrite, like I wasn't applying the message to my life anymore. And it was starting to make me crazy. So I was coming back to square one, and it doesn't have to be so hard. So here I am still showing up for you in this podcast, free resource, more things coming. But yeah, we're in this big shift season. We're slowing things down, and I am loving it. I really am. And I'm excited to share all of the things that I'm relearning with you along this way. And one of those things is really prioritizing what's important so you can get your life together in fewer steps, a lot more simply, and just letting it be easy in the process. Okay, and in real mom life fashion, I was just interrupted by my 6-year-old coming to show me that he learned how to stand on one leg finally. Very proud of him. And I will admit, at first I was irritated that he was coming in here to interrupt me. And that is me putting work ahead of family. And that is not what I'm about. I'm going to make this work both ways. I'm going to make it work, even if it means growing the business slower. I don't know. We'll see what happens. You guys listening are the ones who are completely in charge of my financial success as a business owner. So if you guys want to go buy my stuff, enroll in a course, get some downloads off the Etsy, the big closeout sale is still happening. There's a few really good items still in there. But that is dwindling and dwindling as things expire. They are just gone. I think I've gone down from like 40 items I had like 45, I think, listed. And now I think there might be like 18. So yep, a lot of things are gone. They're going into a vault. They're disappearing for a while. I was going to shift them and move them, but now I'm just disappearing them for a while, letting the business breathe. And that's what I think we should all do in our lives. And I know some of the stuff might be boring and irrelevant to you, me talking business stuff, but it's a full transparency. I don't want to feel like I'm hiding business strategy from you when I've given up on business strategy and I am just showing up for you and being here for you. So email me and let me know how I can show up and be here for you more and more and more. If I got rid of an item that you really, really wanted to, buy and download, but you never got around to it in time, email me, let me know. I can get it to you because, I love you. It might take a couple days for me to return your email, but I will get to you and I'll hook you up with what you need. All right. Anyways, talking about creating breathing room. Every fall, I got so giddy today. I saw yellow and orange leaves in the driveway, and I got like a pile of them, and I just got so giddy. It is fall. Like, okay, I know fall doesn't officially start what is it, astrologically until September 30th, but meteorologically, I can't say that word today. Weather-wise, it is fall in the Pacific Northwest where I live. The leaves are falling, it is raining and overcast, and we are wearing boots. It is fall weather around here. We've got the pumpkin spice lattes, all the things. I'm ready for it. I love fall. Fall is a season of change, but it's also, what is it? There's this saying that keeps going around that all the trees, not all the trees, not conifers, but the trees are about to show us how beautiful it is to let things go. I love fall, but I even more so, I think, love the metaphor of letting things go and just stripping to the authentic you, stripping your schedule down to a bare minimum, slowing down, going dormant, wintering. There's this wonderful book by Catherine May. It's called Wintering. And it's just all about slowing down and just clearing your schedule and getting rooted and grounded and just developing this very mindful appreciation of life itself. And it is so beautiful. And when the weather starts to shift and change, we're here meant to bloom. But part of the bloom process is wintering. Did you know that during the winter, after the trees have shed all of their leaves, that naked tree all winter long is doing the hard work so it can bloom again in the spring? all of those buds are developing and being nurtured the whole time it's wintering. And so I love going into winter, going into the fall, knowing that I am shedding what's not working for me. I'm shedding what's old. I'm even things that I loved and were really great, letting them go for a while, for a season, even if it's not for very long, even if it's just a few days or a week. But letting go of some things so that you can step back and just see yourself naked and authentic and stripped down and see what you really are before you start building back and growing. And I think that this is something that being in the personal growth, I don't know, society, the personal growth niche for so many years, um, one thing that I have experienced and friends of mine have experienced, and I've seen other professionals and gurus and whatever experience, is just getting burnt out on personal growth. Let me know if you've experienced that too. Like, I have hit a wall in personal growth. And there's times where even like I'm growing and I'm growing and I'm growing. And then I just stop and realize, like, why am I working so hard to keep growing? And I forgot to stop and appreciate where I am right now. Like, life right now is really good, but I'm feeling like I'm not enough because I'm still striving to grow. And I think that the trees and rose bushes and all of these things really remind us sometimes the flowers got to fall off. You have to stop blooming and you have to step back in winter. You have to strip it back down. You have to be comfortable where you are. You even have to take a step back and shed all of that growth for a little bit so that you can do more work and grow more. I'm also reading another book called The Artist's Way by Julia Cameron. And in it, she's talking about growing like your artistic, growing your creativity. And it can be in any kind of area in your life, not simply as, a painter or a writer. But all of life is art. Okay. So learning the artist's way as how you show up in life is really important and beautiful. But in it, she's talking about, we have this, like, there's this give and take. It's kind of like a little dance you do, a pas de bourrée. It's a step forward and a step back, 2 steps forward, 1 step back as we're growing. I wish I could remember exactly what she said. I just read it this morning. But often we self-sabotage ourselves when we take that step back. And sometimes when we're trying to de-stress our lives, we're trying to get our lives together. Kids go back to school and everything gets crazy all over again. And you thought that you had everything taken care of. And now everything feels like it's falling apart and going crazy. Self-sabotage, self-doubt, negative self-talk can all step in and say, yep, you're right. Everything is falling apart. You failed to get your life together. And if we dwell on those thoughts and we let them become beliefs, that's when we get into big trouble. And I personally start going back to those old mindset beliefs. And it's so weird because the other day I vocalized to my husband because the house was a mess and I didn't have dinner ready. And I just felt like it was too much. And I vocalized to him, like, I'm just a really bad wife and a really bad mom and I just can't do this. It's too much. And he just looks at me, he's like, stop talking like that. It's not true. And I just had to kick myself, like, crap, I know it's not true. Why am I saying that? Like, as the words were coming out of my mouth, I knew I didn't believe them because I've already gone down that road 100 times. I know when I say I'm a bad mom and I'm a bad wife, I know I don't believe it. But if I say it enough times, I will start believing it again. So that's just self-sabotage. That's just negative self-talk trying to come back in, trying to pull you back down to a place it's already pulled you to. You have to remember that you're stronger now. Every time you face these demons, you're stronger than the last time. Sometimes they get more creative. Sometimes the negative thoughts get creative and it wants to pull you. It shows up differently than it has before. So it means you have to show up differently because you've grown. You've gained new skills too. Show up differently. Keep conquering these, negative thinking. Keep conquering and keep growing and just keep showing up. keep on going, keep on growing, you know? You got to keep moving forward, even if it means you pause, even if it means you step back, as long as you don't give up. And I think right now when things get really busy, it feels really wrong, I think, that things get so busy this time of year because nature is not getting busy. All right, nature is slowing down. And instinctively and intuitively, I think we know that we're supposed to slow down too. But we live in a world that tells us you've got to do it all. You've got to keep going. You have to do more. You have to be more. So when we start to slow down and we're going against the grain of the world we live in, it can be really important that we take inventory of our lives to get a clear view of where we need to begin. Okay? And sometimes it's really simple stuff. And sometimes it's we need to just begin to be more intentional in an area, or we just need to begin to be more grateful in an area, or we need to begin to lighten our load in a different area. And one thing we can do is take like a literal inventory of your life. And I have this thing called your joy inventory wheel, or a life inventory wheel. And it breaks your life. It's a free printable. You can just download it in the show notes or in the description, whatever. You can download this and you fill it in. It breaks your life into like your 6 top categories, like yourself, your family, your marriage or love life, your home, your work, I think spiritual. I think those are the 6 categories. And you rate how you feel about those categories right now between 1 to 10. All right. And on this wheel, you're going to color in the space. I do advise using color coding it, using a fun color, using your favorite color, using a fun highlighter, just cross-hatching nice designs in it, or, just whatever feels right. But go ahead, make it pretty, make it ugly, make it, wreck it, whatever. That's not really what's important, but I do like to look at it and have it like be bright colors. That's just me, I guess. I also like to highlight my to-do lists so they're full of bright colors and it makes me excited for all the things I've already done. That's like a dopamine drip hack for you, by the way. Highlighting your to-do list instead of scratching things off pulls focus to what you already did. And it feels less like a mess. It feels like my life is colorful instead of my life is a mess, because if you're reducing your life to a to-do list, whatever that looks like is what you're going to perceive your life as. Am I right? Anyways, that was a side note. Segue. But take inventory of your life, rate it between 1 to 10 on all 6 of these categories, and then you'll be able to visually see the areas that you have just determined you need help in. You need a little bit more effort. You need a bit more work. You need to do something differently. It might mean that you need to do less in that area. Like if you're getting really, really burnt out on your home care, and so you feel really crappy about home because you're just so burnt out and you have all these negative thoughts about it, pull back. Strip it down to the bare minimum. Just dishes, just laundry. Ask someone else in the family or, very, very close friend, or throw some money at the problem if you can. Just get a little bit of help in it for a little while you intentionally take a step back and focus on really being grateful for what your home means to you, And you can do this with any area of your life. Sometimes when you need to fix an area, it might really mean that you need to do a little bit less because you're getting burnt out. Or it might mean you need to do everything differently so that it's more fun. Or, if you're rating your love life really, really low, you're going to need to do more in that area, right? You're going to need to work on being grateful for your spouse, your husband, your partner, your single situation, whatever your status is in that area. Work on being grateful for that, and that's going to feel better. And then you probably need to spend some time with it. If you need to go date yourself, date yourself. If you need to actually put yourself out there, put yourself out there. If you need to go on dates with your husband, go on dates with your husband. If you need scheduled intimacy every week, schedule your intimacy every week. Whatever it is, like sometimes you do need to do more and sometimes you need to do less. But this joy inventory wheel is going to show you where you need to make the shifts and changes. And that is your first step, in just determining where you are between where you want to be and what is not working for you anymore. And I think when we get into a season of slowdown, that's a really great time to start making little shifts. When you strip everything down and you're doing less, you're getting it down to the bare minimum. You're trying to get into easy flows, easy rhythms. It's a good time to start making little shifts here and there. And honestly, that is the secret sauce to success. It is slow, small shifts. Slow, small shifts. Don't try to do everything all at one time. I mean, you could sit down and you could map out your dream life, exactly what every single day would look like, color code it, categorize it. You could plan it out, and you're probably going to end up burnt out because of it. Because the planning process takes a lot of brain power, a lot of energy. And then when you actually go to do it, is it actually going to be joyful for you? Is it actually going to be doing what you wish you were doing? Or is it going to be putting you in a box and making you feel like you're a prisoner to your schedule because you've completely overbooked yourself and you haven't given yourself enough time to just sit and breathe and enjoy where you are right now? Okay, I'm sorry if I've gotten sidetracked or anything, but I pray every time before I start these episodes, I'm going to say exactly what whoever is listening needs to hear. I hope that I have hit the nail on the head with whatever it was your soul was needing from me today. Okay? I love you so much, my beautiful friend. Give yourself a boost of joy and go enter that giveaway I mentioned at the beginning of the episode. If you're listening before Friday, September 23rd, is that Friday? The 23rd? No, the 22nd. Friday, the 22nd. Friday, September 22nd at 11:45 p.m. Eastern Time. The giveaway will be closed and winners will begin being selected. Remember, there's 40 winners. There's over $54,000 worth of prizes being given away. 40 prizes all over 100, all over, not $100, over $1,000 each. So yeah, being a winner is a big, big deal in this giveaway. Also a ton of freebies you can go walk away with today. Go ahead and do those. I love you so much, my friend. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you so much. I have to get back to that family because I have kids asking for goldfish. Okay, love you. Bye.